Well, what's going on, guys? This is my 1998 Ford E350 ambulance. It's a retired ambulance, and I had the idea to get an ambulance to convert to an RV a long time ago. It was before anybody that I saw or knew about was using ambulances for RVs.
Prefer an ambulance, actually. It's the perfect vehicle for throwing a motorcycle in the back of it.
I looked at my local auction and I thought, man, that's got good room in the back. It's already made for people, so it's made to have people back there. It's got power back there. It's got air conditioning back there, ventilation, everything you could want other than water. It had everything in the back already. And so I started looking, and the first auction I found actually had 2 ambulances, and I passed on those ones because I wasn't quite ready. I just started my search. It was the first time I had searched. So 2 years later, I still didn't have an ambulance, and I started looking elsewhere. I had kept looking on local auctions, and one just would never come up, especially the 7.3 turbo diesel. That was the one I wanted. I didn't want the 6-liter. I knew those were unreliable. People were having issues with those left and right. So yeah, this came up on eBay. It was in Indiana, and so I knew it was going to be a far drive, and he accepted my offer. And at that point, I kind of went, uh-oh. I don't know if I really wanted it that bad, but it worked out. I ended up flying to Indiana. I picked this up, and here we are. This is one of the first things I replaced on it were the tires. It didn't have good tires, and I put some nicer looking hubcaps on it. Another thing that I had to replace on it was the paint. I had a completely new paint job done on it, and it was totally worth it. If I had to go back and do it again though, I don't know if I would have even painted it. This used to be red, white, and blue, and it clearly looked like an ambulance. And there's something about that that's kind of cool. But one of the things I didn't want to do is impersonate an actual ambulance at all, so yeah, this is kind of made to look like an RV a little bit. An ambulance has 2 entrances. You have the side entrance and the rear entrance. This one has a window that slides open, and it has a screen. Right now it's probably a little bit messy. It's a lot messy. But this is the inside. I need to build a closet or something like that where I can use shelving and keep stuff a little bit more stored away. But for now, this front area is kind of overflow storage. As you can see, I have a mini fridge in here. I've had to modify that a little bit because it's not an RV mini fridge, but I do have the microwave up top. So I've got a refrigerator and a microwave, 2 essentials for having food. I just throw stuff in the microwave so often. I'll just throw soup in there. I freeze chicken and vegetables in the refrigerator, and it holds enough drinks for a week out or so. And the overflow drinks can just store inside the ambulance, and I just cycle them into the fridge as I need. The TV is permanently hooked up to a hard drive, and that hard drive has thousands and thousands of movies on it. So when I'm in here at night, I don't have internet or anything like that, but most of the time I just scroll through my movies and look for something to watch, and it's a nicety that I just enjoy having. Along with this hard shell, you feel like you're safe in here. And it does keep the temperature manageable, whether it's in the summer or the winter time. So when I'm sleeping in the bed, this is what it looks like. It pulls out, and this is a pretty big bed. I mean, it can sleep 2 pretty easily. And then I have my motorcycle storage right here behind me. It locks straight into this. And so I can do 1 motorcycle and my bed pretty easily. AC back here, it's got lighting, it's got good ventilation. I can't think of any vehicle that would be more perfectly designed for a moto camping situation. I mean, the flooring is real utilitarian stuff. That way you can roll a bike in here, you can just sweep it out. What I do is I just sweep it out every time before I use it again. Or if it's a little bit muddy, I'll just use a mop on it. It's real easy cleanup. The only thing that's kind of lame is that I don't have running water. So in order to have showers and things like that, I either need to find a creek or I have the solar shower, which I hang off of the side door, and I have a curtain and everything like that. So I can take showers with my solar shower, but I still don't have a sink or anything like that to wash my hands or dishes or anything like that. So I end up using tanks of water just to do that. I built everything myself that I have put in here, including the solar, which I'll get into here in a little bit. It's all gonna be durable, and that's what I care about the most. So I can almost fit in here without hunching over at all. I kept this metal thing in here just so it would help me get in and out and get my bike in. I use this thing all the time, so I'm very happy I kept it in. There was another one on this side, and I took that out just for head clearance. I did actually hit it on my head a few times. So some of it's just for looks. The wood wallpaper is obviously just for looks. I threw it on there just to give myself a nice looking environment that doesn't look like I'm in a hospital room. Most of it is functionality as far as what I've put in here so far. I've got a propane stove, microwave, fridge, TV. I have little storage compartments like this one for my silverware. And on this side as well, I have storage like that for my TV remotes. And then on this side, I've got a whole bunch of storage for food. And then there's my kitchen supplies. And I've got snacks up here. Then all my toiletry items and electronics, drawing stuff for the kid. And then I've got all my motorcycle gear on the top left, kind of miscellaneous stuff up here. Lots of storage. This is a good combination of being a small, compact unit where I can get it into places, and also has tons of storage. I run the whole back of this thing off of my solar system. So the batteries that crank over the engine, they don't have to work while I'm parked. This is all run off of solar. So to help my solar, I also have an Ocmo portable electronic generator. So this is basically a gigantic lithium-ion battery, and it's capable of running your phones, your lights, whatever you want to run, you can basically run on this thing. And so I keep it in here just for overflow. If I don't want to run the solar battery that much, then I'll run stuff off of this as well. It's really lightweight because it is lithium, so it's really not that heavy. It has been a great tool for camping. Believe it or not, this actually goes through to the driver's seat. I just have stuff kind of piled up right here. I've got my trash hanging down. Yeah, this is a pretty comfortable thing to sleep in for sure. T-shirt, blanket. I've got a wide variety of t-shirts and patches. I just put a little dinky light right here, just for enough light where you can see in here. And then this is my main light. This is wireless, and it runs these rope lights up top here. So it really gives you a lot of light at night. It's run completely off of solar. I also have O2 and smoke detector here, so that'll let me know if my levels aren't good in here. This is such a small space that I really like to keep a good eye on the air that I'm breathing. Sleeping bag that I throw on top, I'm good to go. I don't really need anything more than that. I like to keep it simple and easy to put away when I'm done. There's also storage underneath. This goes up, and then of course I made this by hand, so it's not professional. Made this to where all this is accessible still. So you just pull this latch right here, bring it up, and I'm gonna clean this obviously, but this is where I'm gonna store all the blankets and pillows. Top one goes up, it Velcros on the back, and then I've got straps as well, since the Velcro wasn't doing it by itself. We have a seat, and it's completely out of the way. You can just sit down. Pretty comfortable setup. I've added little things like these cup holders. You wouldn't think they'd be that big of a difference, but they really do help me out when I'm in here. That way when I'm watching a movie or anything like that, I have a spot to put things. I have 500 watts of solar on top. Everything comes through and goes through this slot right here. It's kind of a weather resistant slot, and that helps keep everything out. It goes straight in to the battery. On a day like today where I'm hidden in the trees pretty well, I'm not getting a ton of extra power. But if I'm in the sun, I'll never lose power. However, on days like today, it will start to beep at me a little bit. In that case, I revert to my battery generator that I bring with me on these trips. I've had to do some repairs on the ambulance, nothing too major. I think it's gonna be pretty reliable, and I really love taking this thing out. It is so much fun. It's a great adventure, and really makes the outdoors feel like home. Like I said, it's not a motorhome, it's not an RV, it's not a fifth wheel, but in my opinion, it's better. It doesn't have the running water, but it's got the durability, the portability, and it's got a lot of character, and that's what I love about it. The side compartments, I have gasoline in here, everything I need to mix gas and everything like that. I've got a cooler. And then on this one, I have a lot of my more miscellaneous things, chairs, toilet, extra sleeping bag, my Renogy 200 amp hour solar battery, along with my power inverter. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of my RV/ambulance, my campulance. If you have any questions about the ambulance, feel free to hit me up. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I did all of this myself, but like it's not professional. I got it working and it works great for me. Anyways guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace. Breaker 19, this is Big Bird the Rubber Ducky. You got ears on out there? Keep that area kind of for people to sit if they want to. Contemplating taking that chair out, but we'll see. So cooktop's gonna go there. Gotta cut all that out. I'm gonna put a propane stove on top right there. That's gonna be a mini fridge and a microwave. Then the TV's gonna go up in that corner. This is gonna be my bed. It's gonna have a pull out. Cleaned it up mostly, but I've taken a lot of stuff out of here. There used to be a big old armrest right there that weighed a ton. Hospital looking stuff. All this is gonna be wood textured. I think I'm just gonna keep that metal rail, and then down the middle on this side I'm gonna put a magnetic piece of metal down the middle and then put wood over the top of that. That way I can stick magnets up there. Sick bed. Yeah. This is the good kind of, these are good conditions.